Blackpool have already beaten Derby at Pride Park once this season, that EFL Cup first round meeting back in August. They haven't fared as well in the league against Derby. The Rams are on a 7-game winning streak that goes back to the 2012-13 championship season.
See that Blackpool in that back three are happy keeping the ball around the halfway line. I'd like a little bit more pressure, and the two centre-halves step forward in these positions. Can we be a little bit more aggressive to put them under pressure? Because that's why gaps will open up.
Dembele. Gabriel. Teasing cross. Got away from Nelson and from Cashin. Driven across and met at the front post. And that might be the best chance so far for George Byers.
A couple of let-offs for Derby moments ago when Joe collected the cross. This time, it's a great ball in towards that far post. We don't get enough contact, and as it comes out, it's a scuff shot. Byers finds himself completely unmarked, 2 or 3 yards, and he's got to make decent contact. He doesn't. We'll see it go past that front post.
Blackett-Taylor, he's got the wrong side of the defender. Support coming from Mendes-Lang. Mendes-Lang goes for it. Grimshaw outstretched, got the touch to take it behind, but Derby's captain trying to make things happen.
It was Blackett-Taylor that ran in behind. I thought that was a poor touch. I wanted a bigger one, so he was in a race, but he does well to protect it and then entertain the fullback. Mendes-Lang cuts inside, sees that far corner, whips it perfectly, but it's a brilliant save from Grimshaw.
Derby's second corner. By Sibley, right on top of the goalkeeper. There's a real scramble here. And Derby can't believe that the goal's not being given. Grimshaw's down in a heap. The ball is under there somewhere. And we'll try and make sense of this.
Well, it feels very much benefit of the doubt for the defending team, because nobody could really see what was happening. And I don't know how it hasn't hit the back of the net. It's a great ball towards that front post. Erin Cashin gets away. He makes the contact with the goalkeeper. He's hanging around there. I don't know. I think Cash thinks he's playing rugby for a moment.
Well, it doesn't go in, Sean, but I'm almost confused as to why the referee's blown his whistle. It's just jammed under a number of players. Washington is following Norburn around, and when he isn't, Ward is generally on top of him. Norburn has managed to get loose now, and he's driving towards the Derby area. Back out to Coulson. The support from Carey. Coulson goes on. Well, it's another good chance. The header not quite directed toward goal enough by Jake Beasley, who scored at Pride Park earlier in the season.
Well, where did it start, Owen? Not enough pressure on that halfway line. Centre-halves having time.
Sibley. Washington was the target there. Derby will try to keep the pressure on. Washington up against Ekpiteta. Sibley trying to win it. Ekpiteta with not a convincing ball away. Adams onto it. Blackett-Taylor kept it in. Sibley trying to keep it alive. Derby still going. Blackett-Taylor now. Still Blackett-Taylor. It found the gap with the help of a slightest touch. And Derby have a corner.
You can't say that Corey Blackett-Taylor isn't a threat in this game when he's got the 1v1s. I think this is a poor pass from Smith. I expected him to play it with a little bit more zip, a little bit more pace, to put the defenders on the back foot instantly. It goes to his feet, but Blackett-Taylor just growing in confidence, growing in belief, getting in those 1v1s, trying to cut back into his right foot, does everything right, gets a tiny touch. Derby get themselves a corner.
Certainly been bright. Sibley, too low this time. Back out to Mendes-Lang, edge of the area. Touch let him down a little. Ward gathered quickly, sent back in. Nelson is there, Cashin was there too. Grimshaw got the touch away. Blackett-Taylor now. Sibley. The big boys are still forward. In it goes again. Adams! scorer. What a finish for his first goal in black and white.
What a goal from Ibu Adams, one of the contenders for the goal of the season, and that man deserves it. The performances he's put in this season since arriving have been extraordinary. The ball comes in from Louis Sibley. It was a bit of a mess, and what a strike that is. He lands on the ball, on the edge of the box, outside of the right boot, into the top corner. They don't clear the lines, Blackpool. Ibu Adams has been very good once again in this game. Reacts the quickest, and it's about the technique. It was about the detail of the contact, keeping the ball down. He uses the outside of his right foot into the far corner. And it's a goal that that man deserves. And the fans chant his name. Brilliant goal.
Defeat to Wigan last week, 2 weeks ago, ended a 3-game unbeaten run for Blackpool. We've recorded some great results recently, it has to be said. And here come Derby on the break. Washington, he's on his own. Washington! Saved well by goalkeeper Grimshaw.
What a chance. It was a brilliant counter, a lovely ball from Mendes-Lang to get Washington in that 1v1. Everything right. His touches had to be big, had to be ahead of him. I think Neil Critchley's looking at this saying, we've got a lot of the ball, we've got a lot of possession, but we're still not causing any problems, which is probably why he's opted for 3 rather than 1, to try and get something to happen.
Carey. He tries to weave his way into the area. On the edge of the box, he's brought down by Smith. It's a free kick. Don't know if we'll see the changes now. This is a free kick in a really good position.
I'm very surprised not to see the booking as well, because it was a really good chance for Carey to get his head up and shoot. There's the touch there. There wasn't much of a contact, was there? It was almost a collision with the feet. But this is a really good opportunity for Carey to test Joe for possibly the first time in this game.
Dembele's over at 2, but it's Carey to take, and it's pushed away by Wildsmith. First time he has been tested. Might be another test to come. It's not a great clearance. Ekpiteta keeping it alive. Smith is there to get Derby out of danger, but not entirely. First touch for Collins. Derby throw.
Yeah, good save from Joe Wildsmith. I think everyone predicted it to go into that far corner. Carey struck it well enough. Gets the whip he wants. It was always one that he fancied Joe to deal with and push away.
Got numbers down the right-hand side here. This is Hamilton. Pull back for Virtue. Met by Ward, edge of the area. And the break could be on. Thompson. Ward making ground down the right-hand side. Thompson finds him. Fauna's in the middle. It's back to Thompson again. He rides the challenge. Twisting and turning. Wide to Wilson. Collins is at the back post. It's towards Collins. Sibley now. He was always going to go for it, Louis Sibley.
It's another really good counter from Derby. It's brilliant from Ward to still have the energy to make that run beyond. He backheels it to Thompson, finds Wilson. He tries to drop it into James Collins, but it's a touch. Never going to turn that down, is he? Louis Sibley strikes it well enough, just can't get it over and dip it underneath the bar.
Feels like a long way to go. Carey. There's a man for it in the back post and a chance! Nelson with a couple of terrific blocks away. Outstanding defending from Curtis Nelson. And Derby need to get the ball clear. Thompson does just that. Collins draws the foul. That's what he does.
And don't forget about Louis Sibley, who was all alone at that far post with 2 players. It's too easy for Carey to get his head up and put a ball in. Louis Sibley gets across. He gets the first touch. Erin Cashin gets the second. Curtis Nelson gets the third. Ibu the fourth. 4 or 5 players desperately defending that box.
Nelson sends it forward. smashed away, met by Nelson. Derby have done it. Paul Warren's Rams dig in once more. Another gutsy 1-0 win at Pride Park Stadium. Ibu Adams the match winner. And as Warren waves to all sides of Pride Park, his side have stretched their advantage over Bolton in third.